it's taken me so long to press record on this today. I've been mulling through what I've wanted to say all day, and I thought, you know what, just press record and let's just go. Um, my name's Sheena, and I make YouTube videos about my spiritual journey, all sorts of things. And today I want to speak to you about what I think might have been an identity crisis, an identity shift, or a spiritual awakening. I don't quite know. I'm still trying to work through it myself. I don't use scripts, so I am trying to articulate with you in real time what's going through my mind, even though, like I said, I've been running through this all day. So when I first started, well, I didn't realise it was my spiritual journey. I went to an ayahuasca ceremony, and on the first night, it was all beautiful. So my intention was, first of all, was very surface level. I want to know where I belong in the world, because I've gone through my life not knowing where I belong, not feeling like I belong to anything, and just kind of being like a free spirit going here, there, and just existing. And so I went to my first ayahuasca cemetery. I keep calling it cemetery, but ceremony. And on the first night, it was beautiful, just the most love I've ever experienced. And it was just, I felt like I was being cradled like a baby in a tree. I kept feeling like I was, in a tree, like on a tree branch, being cuddled by the tree. And it was very, very beautiful. And I was so happy, like ecstatic. Never felt like that, love like that in my life. And it was just nothing but pure joy. And I'm going to try and go through this as best I can. It might get a bit messy. On the second night, my intention was still the same. Where do I belong in the world? And so I drank one cup of the medicine and lay down. And I used to always wear my watch during ceremonies. And so what happened was, I was seeing all these things pop up in thoughts about work. And I won't go into my work quite now, but with my work, I was living a double life. So with my work, I was going for a different name, and people would know me with a different name. No one would know me as Sheena. And so I was seeing all these things pop up, like Instagram likes, and I was just thinking, why is this happening to me? Why am I seeing all of these things pop up? I was like, I'm here to do this work, not to think about my actual work. And so I thought I was completely not going through the medicine. I just thought that these were my thoughts going through my mind. Bear with me. And what happened, eventually, I was deep in it. And what I was seeing is this work persona that I had created. So I created this persona that I was going by for many, many years, about 15 years. So I would go to events and everyone would know me as this person. I would tell everybody that this name was me, and it was a character that I created. And no one would know me as Sheena. So for me to say to you, hi, I'm Sheena, how I am now, is a very, very big deal. I for years known I would never use my real name on anything, because I didn't want to be me. And so I was going through most of my life telling people this was my name. And so during this ceremony, it had me versus this person that I was pretending to be. So this person was popular, had all the likes, had this, that, lovely lifestyle. And then there was me, Sheena, who just coexisted, just a regular person, didn't have all these likes, general like people kind of I want to say didn't like me, but yeah, probably. And the other version of me was the popular person. And so during this ceremony, all that kept coming out was me versus the other person. So it was like choose your fighter. So Sheena versus, I'm not going to tell you the name that I went by, but this other person. And so what would happen, it was just basically a clash. And so at the end, so then I started thinking, who's been parenting my child, who's making all these life decisions for me, what have I been doing in my life? This person, this character that I created is ruling my life, and Sheena is not having any say on this. Now, during the ceremony, at the end, my mind was completely a mess. Like, I had no idea what I'd been doing for all these years. Like, who's been running my life, who's been parenting my daughter, who's been having relationships, who's been doing anything. And it took me a long while to fully understand what has been going on. I created this person as a mode of survival to basically get through life. And when things got tough, I can be this person. So this person, no fucks given, wouldn't really have conversations with people. I couldn't have any deep conversations with people. I would always have another question lined up, so people didn't ask me any questions about my real life. People didn't know I had a daughter. People didn't know anything about my life at all. I would keep it very just surface level, talk about clothes, talk about fashion, talk about like anything else apart from talking about me. Very materialistic, nothing too deep. And like I said, I'd always have a question lined up to deflect anybody asking questions about me. And if they did ask questions about me, I would then try and make it about them. And I created this as a survival, as a mask, as a thing to protect me from people from seeing me. And to stop me from being so vulnerable, I guess, because this person that I created was literally made of stone. A bitch, basically. Not a bitch, but I think people, confident, everything this person was. And then there's me, who's like crumbling inside this exterior of what I've created. And it's taken me a long while to understand this, which I've obviously explained to you now. And what I realised, that I'm all right, Sheena is okay, and I can be me. And so since that experience, it took me a long while to break down those barriers and just be me again. So I've stopped the job that I used to do. I haven't made any money for a year. I'm happier, I'm more content. I think what it's shown me is that I'm trying to be the person that I used to be before life got in the way and before any traumas got in the way. But like, my trauma started when I was a child, and healing that inner child and being me again, being Sheena, finding out who I like. So even though I'm a grown adult woman, I'm very still quite childlike. It's like the simple things make me happy. Being silly, like dancing and things like that, genuinely make me happy. Like animals, a sunset, like seeing trees and things like that make me happy. not all the things that I thought made me happy. Money, like I was very money orientated. I would work just to, I'd be obsessed with watching my bank account grow, and always want to have new things, always want to have nice things. And now I couldn't care less about any of those things. I just want to be happy. And I think I see people differently. I don't judge people as much as I used to. I think when you've really struggled and had to survive in your life, you see people differently when you realise that everybody is wearing a mask and everybody is putting on a front, because deep down everybody is struggling. So you might see, the person buying themselves everything, but why are they buying themselves everything? What did they didn't have that they're trying to validate now? The homeless person on the street, like they didn't end up there out of, they didn't just end up there. Something's made them that way. Like the anger person, the person that's like robbing someone, it's like they might be trying to feed their kids or something. You don't know. Like, and things, all of these things of like every day, these thoughts go around in my mind. It's like you can't judge anybody because everybody is wearing a mask. And it's only when you eventually, I don't want to say wake up, but wake up and see that what you actually see isn't real. And people, everybody around us are just being what they want, what they think you want to see. So it's like projecting. And eventually when you break that all down, what you're just left with is like the childlike version of ourselves. With, I don't want to say it was an ego death, because if that was an ego death, I wouldn't be sitting here making this video to share with you. That in itself, that I have a YouTube channel talking about all these things, is that egotistical? I don't know. I just want to share my story more than anything else, because I know that other people are probably feeling similar to how I am feeling. I'm very, very confused. And I'm going to admit this now. I don't know what I am doing. Like I said, I haven't worked for a year. I was very sure of myself before. When I was being this other person, I was very sure. I wanted to make money. I wanted to go on holidays. I wanted this. I wanted that. I wanted to buy a house. I wanted, like, all of these things. And now, I haven't worked for a year. I am, I'm not going out. I'm saving money. I do my nails myself. I still do my nails and do my hair and things like that, because you're probably judging that I do my hair and do my nails and everything, but I'm still, wanting to upkeep my body and my health, and I enjoy looking and feeling good. So there's still, you can still, even though parts of you feel dead and gone, you can still keep some of those parts. And I'll talk to you about that now too, actually. I mourn my past life a little bit. I mourn the person that I used to be. I look through pictures of myself on my camera roll on my phone, and it doesn't feel like me. Those pictures don't feel like me, and I'm kind of envious of that person. I've never been envious of a person ever in my life, and I'm envious of me. Like, I look at the pictures of me and think to myself, my God, you looked so good, and you looked great, you had everything going for you. But did I? I don't really know, like, because it was me, but it wasn't me. And now I'm just like humbled, I guess. Humbled by my life. Like, I'm just so happy and grateful to be alive, and not really, I don't really want anything, I guess. I want people to be happy, and I want me to be happy, and I want everyone around me to be happy and experience like gratitude, and want, I wanted to start working with younger people, because I didn't want anyone like to go through what I went through as a young person. Like, just want to help people and just want to be surrounded by people that, and just make them happy. But yeah, I was never this person. Or I was this person, and then I went through years of not being this person. And now I'm me. Like, I was always a happy kid, even though I didn't have a happy life. I was always laughing and joking and getting told off for it. And now, I don't know, yeah, I'm just me again. I'm just me, Sheena, doing, just doing me. But yeah, I do mourn the person that I was. I was so materialistic, and now I don't care about those things. Like, I want to get. I've been selling all my clothes and selling all my things, and I just want to have a house in a countryside surrounded by animals. And you know, asked me a few years ago, and I just said like I wanted the most flashiest house with all like, you know, all the, you know, technological things in the house and everything else. Now I just want a wood burner and, you know, like all those like nice sort of comfy cozy things, and just throw my phone in a river and throw all my things in a river and just be happy somewhere, like live off grid, have some vegetables and just be peaceful. Yeah, I just want peace. But yeah, I'm sure there will be more about this. I like I said at the beginning, I don't know what's happened to me. Is this a spiritual awakening? Is this an identity crisis? Is this an identity shift? I think it's all just a massive work in progress, and eventually, maybe I'll know. But I've carried on drinking medicine, and each time, I'd love to say to you it gets easier. It doesn't. Like, it picks away more and more things, more and more layers, and it just makes you find you again, I guess. The person that you were before any of this crap happened to you. Um, I will talk eventually about any of the trauma that's happened to me, but I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. There's a lot to unpack. Um, yeah. But anyway, my name's Sheena. If you have liked this video, if you can resonate with this video, I'd love to hear in the comments anything that you've taken from this video. If you have experienced something similar to this, like, I'd love to hear your feedback and how you coped with it, because every day I don't know how I'm coping. Like, I have days where I'm happy and I know what I'm doing. Well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm happy and I'm just like living day to day, like living in the moment. That's what I always say, like, live in the moment, and let people live their lives and let me live my life, you know. No judgment and gratitude, and that is the only thing that we could possibly do with our lives, isn't it, really? There's so much like going on in the world that we just need to concentrate on ourselves and our close circles around us and make sure that everyone's safe and everyone's happy in our circles. Yeah. But yeah, if you've please comment below if you can resonate with this. I'd love to know what you're doing to get around this.